And salutations, my love muffins. It is Tori, the Hope Dealer of Guided Intuition, and welcome to your daily guidance, your daily spiritual message, your daily reflection, depending on what part of the world you live on and what time you are seeing this. But nonetheless, it does not matter, my love muffin, because whenever this message shows up in your life, that is when it's meant for you. But I am recording it on this beautiful Tuesday, November the 18th, 2018. Ooh, 1818. Ooh, I literally just caught that, all right? So I hope that my love muffins have took the time, all right? Before your little feet have hit that floor or hit that carpet, I hope that you have meditated, all right? I hope that you have grounded yourself. I hope that you have watched something that is going to benefit your spirit, your soul, and carry you out throughout this day, all right? It's very important that you ground yourself, okay? Make sure that you ground yourself today, because I love when you, I love grounding or centering myself, because it just brings you back to center, all right? So you're not scattered. So when things happen or situations arise, you can really deal with them in a level head. You know, it wouldn't take you where it would normally take you if you didn't meditate, you know, if you didn't realize that the divine source has you, like you are living in an abundance of grace, that all is well and you are safe. Speaking of that, I hope that you have said some positive affirmations about your life and what you are creating in your life and about yourself, honey. Y'all know my favorite one to say in the morning is, I am happy and thankful that I now love myself, know myself, and accept myself wholeheartedly. I am happy and thankful, say it with me, that I now know myself, love myself, and accept myself wholeheartedly. Do you know what that means? Wholeheartedly? 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 All right, that is like everything. Accepting and loving everything about you. And if you honestly can't say that and it's just not true, or sometimes, you know, because there are certain things that I am, you know, loving more about myself. I don't feel like you could ever love yourself enough. It's always going to be growing. But if you know, you realize you say that and you don't really connect with it, keep saying it. This is why I hope that you have looked in the mirror and told yourself how much you love you, how much you mean to you, how valuable you are, your time is, okay? And I'm going to give you a disclaimer. As you can see from this title, honey, out with the old, all right? I don't know. I think I was telling you guys that 2018, even though we are not done, this is the last month, even with the lessons and the things that, you know, I have experienced, and just the energy in general, 2018 has definitely brought some beautiful and spectacular things into our lives, and it also brought some lessons, you know. And I feel as though when you searched for the beauty in the lesson, you know, you figured out why it showed up. And honestly, at the end of it, it really helped you grow as a person, and really dig deeper to connect with yourself, all right? To reconnect with your dreams, to reconnect with your desires, and just really reconnect with who you are at your core. And with that, you know, you guys have all been on this journey. If you're subscribed to this channel, honey, you're on a journey of self-love, self-worth, and self-acceptance, okay? That is the journey that you agreed to come down on this beautiful world and earth and experience. So with that, when you love yourself, you just roll differently. It's certain things that you tolerate. It's certain things that you don't tolerate, you know. And when I say it's certain things that you tolerate, what I mean by that, let's be very clear. All right. You have either put yourself in a position, or you're in a position that you realize that your happiness comes first. The only thing that you're going to really tolerate is what's best for you and what your happiness. All right, because I can definitely attest to, if you agree with that, that you have always been a person that have went over and beyond for you know, other people in a situation, you know, y'all know what I mean. We're not gonna get into that. But you know what I mean. And you've always, you know, sometimes you definitely grabbed a lesson. However, you got a, you know, the short end of the stick, or the short stick of the end, that thing. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about though. There is a certain accountability, and don't get scared, you know, of the word accountability, because when you're in charge of things, yes, shit gets done. Okay. So, don't be afraid, because there's a new accountability that's coming into 2019. I feel like you've been training for this, and you've been practicing this and really putting it into motion. And you know how like they do like a trial run or something, but like they really gonna launch that shit. I feel like that is definitely what's happening. And when I say that, is that you are really the creator of your reality. You determine if you're going to continue to get the short stick of the end of things. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh my God, y'all know I be doing the most with my wordings, you know, but really what you desire to see in your life, all right, you are in control of that. All right. And I feel as though you've definitely been preparing and planning and really gaining that confidence in yourself, and really realizing that, wow, you know, when I put my mind into it, when I put my heart into it, then I'm truly an incredible human being. I'm the bomb.com. You know, I feel as though you've been aware of your power. All right. So on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Tuesday, or whenever you're watching this, I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. I'm not going to talk y'all to death, but one of these, I'm going to turn this card over, because when I was placing it down, it talks about clearing. Okay. And I want to read this meaning to you, because it just makes so much sense. It's so powerful. All right. But also, I love how with this card that they have the feather. And to me, you know, a feather is so light. Don't I have a feather up here? Yeah, I do. You know, like a feather is so freaking light, you know. It barely weighs anything. It's not weighed down. If some wind could come, it would probably blow it away. All right. So with that being said, okay, whether it's you're going to be experiencing it in the physical or more of an emotional, but there's definitely some kind of clearing that's going to be happening today. And I know it's so cliche, we're at the end of the year, but I feel like it's true to the energy, because this is when everyone waits to like reflect and really set those, you know, set those things and those principles that how we're going to come into, how we're preparing for, you know, the future, how we're going to prepare, you know, we're organizing, getting things situated and clearing things and letting things go and realizing what we're going to tolerate and what we're not, you know. So with that being said, I definitely want to read something to you. It says, clearing, this card. My energy, both inside and out, is mine to take care of and be responsible for. All right. And it says, throughout the day, it becomes very important for the empath to clear the energies that they pick up as they walk their earthly path. Okay. Just like a blur, negative thoughts, words, and emotional projections can become stuck in our oracle field. Now, let me just pause and let me just pause on that one. Okay. So this is what Spirit is telling me. Remember how I told you that it's very important that you ground yourself today. All right. And, like I said, at the end of the year, we're always reflecting on things, people, situations, what we want to go into. All right. And definitely what we're not going to tolerate. And today is definitely a day that you want to take the time. I actually wrote like a list. It's kind of like 4 people, or it's like 3 people in like a situation, you know. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. We going to completely be honest. It's like Spirit like, no, Tori, you gotta put your truth out there, so you know they can really know that they can go deep too. So Okay, I decided last night that I was going to take the time when I got in meditation that I was going to cord cut, all right? And I will leave that meditation down below. But like I said, throughout the year or just throughout the day, okay, dealing with today or just in the past, there are certain situations that if you find yourself thinking about them and you realize, you know, like they're not leaving, or you can go far away, be happy, and then you kind of come back to this situation, all right? That means an energetic cord is attached, okay? So I feel as though Spirit is really wanting us today to clean up our energy field, release those thoughts, you know, release those situations. And one of them for me, I would just put it out there. I wish I could find my paper, like I could get up and go get it for y'all. I literally wrote down church. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's no secret that I was raised you know, in a Pentecostal, you know, black church, and it became, you know, it made its way back to me through, you know, some people, that what I was doing, because a lot of my family is in I went to a family-oriented church where they're my real family. And, you know, it was just like frowned upon about, you know, what I'm doing, and I'm lost, I'm going to burn in hell, and like, you know, just all these things. And I was just like so just over it and just so disgusted. And, you know, it'll just bring up those feelings. And it's not about them, all right? Because so many times we will make it about the person. We will make it about the situation. But if you really dig down to the core, that's something within me. And that has always been a problem, past issues, and even in past lives, where me just really accepting myself and accepting my truth and loving my truth for what it is, all right? So I decided, long story short, that I'm going to really cord cut on that, because it has nothing to do with them. That's something within me. And at 2019, there is no more. Like, it is full throttle. It is straight up, you know, like I actually have some speaking engagements that I'm going to be doing locally, and helping people and doing tarot, and, you know, and really teaching them about chakras and getting those chakras in alignment and really breaking it down. So yeah, there's no more, you know, any time for me to have those feelings of, you know, oh my God, well, what if it's not accepted? What if it's not? That's okay. That's their prerogative, and they're entitled to that. That's not my business, you know? So sometimes those little things, or people, relationships, you know, even if it's a money situation, you can cord cut on money, you can cord cut on food, you can cord cut on people, you can cord cut on your dog, you can cord cut on your mom. Like, it's whatever it is, you can cord cut on yourself. All right. Anything that is, you know, we want to pack light. We don't want to bring any baggage, okay, into, you know, into the new year. We just want to go ahead and deal with that. I know these emotions are definitely surfacing because, you know, we have a full moon in Cancer, and we know Cancer has like the little crab, and it's a hermit, you know, it can go in its crab, and when you're by yourself, all you have is time to think, reflect, and figure some things out. So these emotions and these things are definitely going to be intense. However, it is leading you to something greater. It's putting you on a path, you know, to really live on the edge and dance with your dreams. All right. So I hope I didn't take too long explaining that. All right. So, as far as, because it was just too much. I didn't want to make, I'm like a stickler for neatness sometimes. So, just overall, okay, the overall energy of the day, there's definitely going to be some situations that are going to show their self, that you're going to realize that you're probably going to reflect on mentally, and for some of you physically, things are going to happen. And before you react, that's why it's important that you know, ground yourself and meditate. So before you react and be like, you know what, you can actually just scale back and really look at the situation as a whole. All right, because we have the 5 of Swords. All right, and I feel as though there are some things that are coming into completion. All right, I feel as though with this 5 of Swords, we know that it's all about blocks, obstacles, you know, restriction, you know, just really things that we don't like to hear. But I just want to let you know, despise what's going on, whether it's in your finances, whether it's in a situation, whether it's about yourself. These things are definitely going to be, you know, coming up or showing themselves because you're in a completion, all right? But in order for something to end, you have to finish it. So this is, I feel like there's definitely a karmatic circle. I feel like some people, you have definitely repeated this, but it's definitely ending. But even with that, it can be very, you know, intense. You know, it can be very uncomfortable. It can just feel like, you know, it's for every foot you take, you know, for every step you take forward, you take 5 back. But don't look at it like that, all right? You are nearing a completion. All right, it's definitely ending, okay? And maybe the thing is it's more so with this 2 of Swords, okay, and with the courage reverse. I feel like it's more so of you having the courage, you know, to really face the situation, or really to move away from this situation, or just really accept yourself and your truth and your decisions and the things that you want for yourself, you know? Because whatever you're looking at, or whatever is coming to mind, you know, whatever situation is coming to mind as I'm saying this, you have the power and the strength to free yourself, okay? But I feel as though there's definitely but you don't see that, all right? Maybe, and that's why sometimes we need to ground ourselves and meditate so you can bring yourself back to center, all right? So you're not so scattered trying to make a decision all over the place, all right? Yeah, because I feel as though there's definitely, with this 5 of Wands and the burden, all right, there's definitely, I feel like this situation that's weighing in, I feel like this is something that you've probably experienced this whole year, or, you know, you've had issues in this area, or with this person, or with yourself, or in this thing throughout this year. And in this energy on this beautiful Tuesday, or whenever you're watching this, it's an energy to move past it. I am also going to leave a forgiveness mantra that our tribal sister Susan gave to me, and I still use it to this day. And as I cord cut, I'm writing a letter to those individuals, because sometimes you don't need to say anything to a person, because it's more so with you expressing yourself, you getting all that gook out. You know, those feelings that we sometimes grab towards that person, you're writing it out. Then I'm going to burn it, release it into the release it into the universe. All right, release that burden, surrender it over. You know, it doesn't always have to be such a fight. All right, and I feel as though there's some level of courage with you letting the old go, letting it go. And sometimes, you know, maybe you're like, Tori, you don't understand, I want to let this thing go. But I feel as though you definitely need to cord cut. You definitely need to cord cut. All right, so you can remove those energetic cords that we attach, you know, to ourselves through in relationships, strangers, anyone that you really give your energy to. All right, those are cords that are being attached, and we want to make sure that our field is pretty and bright and can be seen in all realms. Okay, and it's just time to clean up your aura. Just clean up, you know, just fine tuning it. Okay. Yeah, because the overall, all right, the overall ending is the 8 of Cups. And I swear, I think I talked about this yesterday, of just really sometimes situations and things can happen, you know, and it can be a flow of up and a down. With this hermit mode, you know, with this full moon and Cancer coming, it's so much glory at that end of that tunnel, but you got to get through the tunnel. All right, the Ace of Cups is definitely it's yours, and it's waiting on you. It's just going to require some participation. Sweet Jesus, participation from you. All right, and I feel like that participation is you just really trusting source, really believing in the divine, really knowing, all right, within yourself that all is well and you are safe. All right, just really trusting the process and just really going in the flow, not so much fighting against it. And when you do that, It's going to make it easier. All right. When you do and how you do that is just by listening to your intuition. I'm pretty sure everyone's little intuition is talking to them, honey, about something that they want you to do. Like for me, I've let go of bread and I've been juicing, you know, and I've been like really giving myself some water. I gotta drink some more of it. But, you know, I just really like kicked back from pastas and, you know, all those other kind of little foods and just really been like vibing, you know, and just really you know, hydrating my body and really just loving on it and giving it those good things. All right. But it's different things. Like you listen to your intuition. If it tells you to core cut, core cut. If it tells you to meditate, meditate. It tells you to get your chakras in alignment. You know, if it tells you to go across the street, turn left, down the road, please do it, okay? Because it's definitely going to benefit you and it's going to help you transition smoother, all right? By listening to your intuition and your inner guidance, all right? Because we have the sacral chakra. Now, I want to read this definition from the book for you because it just goes in a little deeper, you know, certain meanings, what we know it for. It can be something different depending on what deck you have. And this one is the sacral chakra, okay? The energetic color is orange. And the question they have is, does the good or the bad emotional banter control my day? As an empath, the need to process emotions become prominent to having a happy, healthy life. During the ups and downs, we feel in our second chakra, emotional discernment can become clouded. Is it me? Is it them? Why am I sad? Are they angry? And why am I so sensitive? Okay, it appears that our day-to-day decisions are controlled by feelings that seem endless, okay? So that's why it's important that you really ground yourself, really center yourself so you can really, you know, work through those things, because I've experienced it and they're not all my emotions, especially when everything is going freaking amazing and certain things may happen and you may feel down and you may get a boost of energy and you're really up, but then you like shoot down, all right? There's a lot going on right now, and this is why Spirit is wanting you to clear your energy field and really get rid of that old, you know, get rid of whatever it is that needs to go. And for everyone it could be something different, but I feel as though you definitely know what it is. But it's time for you to really clear up, you know, protect more so. Even if you've been clearing it, protect your energy. You know, really honor your energy, really honor yourself, really honor your time, really honor your space. 2019, fuck that. No, actually 2018, right now, in this moment, we're not playing that anymore. All right, point blank, period. I ain't been playing it all year, honestly. But you know what I mean, okay? I want to finish it really quick because it said, it says, because of this energetic sensitivity, for some, the search for a good emotional experience over bad can start a path of addiction. The need to replace uncomfortability with a different physical experience sadly makes many empaths reach for outside substances. You know what I mean? So that's why today, like I said, you really want to make sure that you ground yourself. I know I sound like a broken record. All right. That way that, you know, whatever situation or whatever emotion that comes, because it's not always yours. You may feel things and you're like, okay, where's this coming from? And sometimes, like for me, when I can always tell when I'm becoming a little snacker, you know, I'm snacking. You know, I always check in with myself and realize, because that's a way that I cope and deal with things. But for everybody else, it could be something different. So you definitely want to make sure that you ground yourself and definitely work on, you know, do a meditation for your sacral chakra to, you know, to help you through that. Okay, because we have autumn. All right. And then we have the sun. Because honestly, this is what I'm feeling. this whole year, all right, you have definitely been planting seeds. You have definitely been loving yourself, being open, and accepting who you are, daring to dare, honey, live on the wild side, dance with your dreams, all right? Don't let one thing or a situation or a person come in and take all of that away. A situation, you know what I'm saying, like make you feel down. And no, this is why it's important that you protect your energy field, that you clear your energy field, that you cut those cords, all right? And you really ground yourself, so when these waves of emotions or things happen or situations show up, that you really know how to deal with them, all right? Because the harvest is mine. May all seeds that I plant come from a knowing of energetic field. And this card just talks about empaths experience the planting of many thoughts. Worries and judgments may seem innocent on the surface, but soon they can begin to grow into weeds. All right. And this is why when I said ground yourself, clear yourself, when those thoughts come, just let them go. Don't think too much about it, because, sometimes we can take ourselves through this, through this process. Just let it pass. Just go with the flow. All right. Because regardless of what's going on and what you experience today or what emotions come up, all right, you have the sun. All right. It's a fixed race. You win. You win. You honestly win. But sometimes in those moments, we let situations, people, and everything else take our peace, but no more. It's time to surrender those things, those situations, those people that take your peace. It's time to surrender, throw that white flag up, give them away, all right? Because it's all about you, and you're the creator of your reality. You have say-so. Okay, first and really last say so about what goes on in your life and what happens in your life, who you allow in and who you don't. All right. And I realize that, and that's what it's all about, protecting your energy field. So when things don't happen, it's kind of like, like, before I go there, I want to give it a disclaimer that this proportion, it may not be for everybody, all right? All right, but I have to speak on something that Spirit is asking me to say. I feel as though we sometimes can give people too much power over our life, over a situation, all right? And I am no way not saying that we're not all human. We don't have our days where situations happen, and honey, I will open that pint of ice cream, that Halo where you can eat the whole cart and it's only like 300 calories. Hello, I went and eat that whole cart and let me have my moment. Or I'm not talking about that, but if you feel as though this year, like everyone really it was just really bad for you, it was really a really hard time, Spirit is wanting you to know that it's time to clear house. It's time to take back your power. Remember who you are, and you have the final say, the last say, in the middle and in the beginning of what happens in your life. Time out for letting just whatever happens. No, you speak those affirmations. If it's a relationship that you desire, you speak that into existence. If it's something that you desire to go away, you speak that into existence. All right, there is just no more of letting whatever happen to you, because I feel as though if you've been doing that, that is where, these emotions, and you allow these emotions that aren't even yours, in your personal space. And now as empaths, we take them on as if they're there, as if they are ours. And when we clear our energy fields, when we put those boundaries up, when we protect ourselves, when we just say no. No is a good word. I plan to say a lot of no's in 2019. I was just doing it right now too, in 2018, but just really no is your friend. No is going to help you, say no to others and say yes to yourself. So I've really become to like the word no and get accustomed to saying no in all situations. Okay. So I do want to pull a card from my oracle card and just see, you know, how can you make this transition of just really maybe clearing your energy, or just really moving whatever it needs to be moved. If, you know, you might be, you know, having a little problem with that, like how can you go about it? Let's see what Spirit has to say. All right, or just a message for you on this beautiful, we got something. So the message that Spirit has for you, my love muffin, is that you are healing, okay? It says, healing happens in seasons. It can't be rushed or forced to fit a schedule. So often we curse the seeds that haven't taken root, failing to realize it's not their time. They need more water, sunlight, and care. Bullying ourselves blocks regeneration. Also, sometimes the healing we're focused on isn't the healing that's taking place. There's a much deeper healing going on. Be patient, dear one. You are healing. So I feel like that's just a message to yourself, just to be patient with yourself. Because like I said, sometimes, you know, again, our emotions are can get the best of us. All right. And I really feel like today is definitely an emotional, you know, where you're mentally or even outer bodily, it's definitely a lot of emotions running wild. Okay, so you definitely want to ground yourself and just show yourself that courtesy and that grace, and know that you are healing, that it's a process. All right, and just tell the truth. Communicate with integrity. You may need to level with someone. This person could even be you. Are you saying you're fine when you don't mean it? Are you swallowing your needs because you don't want to rock the boat? When we hide the truth, it eventually comes out in destructive ways. Act with integrity and say what's on your mind. While honesty may lead to short-term discomfort, your long-term peace and happiness are worth it. All right. So I love you so freaking much, my love muffins. Go out and have an amazing day. Hug a tree for me and you. And I'm sending you so much love, so much light, and so much peace. I will catch you on my channel. Bye.